Good evening and happy Wednesday. How are you this amazing watered down Wednesday? I am Sonia Weaver, and this is Get to Know Bob, an amazing platform where we just have some conversations with some phenomenal Black business owners, musicians, authors. It's going to be so many authors in 2022. I am so excited. Um, where did I leave off? Just anyone that's doing some amazing work in the community. And I am telling you, 2022 has started out kind of amazing. Um, just thinking about and I guess and planning this 50. Can you get excited? Yes. So yes, February 26th will be a networking event. And I'm just so excited to celebrate my 50th with you guys. And of course, I'm going to be doing things with my family. But, COVID threw me a curveball. So I've decided that I am not limiting my birthday celebrations to 1 month. I am going to celebrate turning 50 as often as I need to so that I can spend time with people that matter. This is kind of an important year for me, and I'm just excited overall about it. And so, hey, one of the things I'm excited about turning 50 is I'm going to do it however I want to do it. I don't have to do it how anyone else wants it to be done. And with that being said, I am going to celebrate, and if it takes all year to spend time with people that matter in my life that help me, get to this 50, then too bad, So I'm looking forward to that. Well, I want to thank you guys for such an amazing conversation last week. We have been overjoyed about what's to come, and we're looking forward to tonight's conversation. Getting ready for this show just kind of got me thinking about some traditional things that I grew up with and some of the questions that came in ahead of time. OMG. So it's going to be a great conversation about etiquette. So, guys, make sure you use your chat and so we can, hear back from each other so that this can be a really, really engaging conversation. So, getting into tonight's show, let's kick it off as always with tonight's look. So, tonight's look, I have a little bit of TLB, a little bit of the Glam Doctor. I have some jewelry on by Linked and my traveling pearls. I have on some Divine Diva Designs and of course some My Sisters and Me. So yeah. How you like tonight's look? I was feeling like this rich well, not purple. I was gonna say purple. I was about to put on purple. See, I probably should have just went with the purple. But then I said no. I was channeling this hot pink. So I'm thinking I like the hot pink. So one moment. I'm trying to see what's going on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm communicating today with tonight's host. Okay, guys. Okay. So I have to resend the info to Ms. Beecher, and I'm not sure if you're trying to come directly to the YouTube channel. You have to actually go to the link that was sent in the email. So I'm going to pull it up now. Let me see. I'm going to copy. I can go like here, I think. I'm sending it to you now. Okay. Okay. Y'all know sometimes we have these technical things. It's okay. There we go. So we should have her on any moment. Okay. So, hey, lady, how are you this evening? Thanks for joining. I love to see you on because I know you're going to help make this an engaging conversation. That's the Miss Mona Lisa. Okay, so just was saying, how do you guys like this look? I see you. Yeah, I see you. Okay, so just hang out there. Great. Just hang out there for a minute. Okay, so how do you guys like tonight's look? I'm kind of feeling this rich pink. This is that hot pink. And you know, the TLB and the Glam Doctor didn't disappoint. Didn't disappoint. So, okay, leading into the curls. I'm kind of liking them. It's been a minute. But okay, so leading into the curls, I said I wasn't going to do it. I swear. I said I am not doing this 10-year picture challenge. Um, then I got caught up. I'm be honest, I got caught up. I started seeing other people's then and now, and I just was like, wow, I wonder how I looked 10 years ago. Because I really kind of forgot, to be honest. And when I looked, I hadn't gone natural yet. I forgot. And so it was kind of cool to kind of see what I looked like before I embraced my own natural curl pattern and all that kind of stuff. And that whole journey that it took, you know, to get to this, to even where it was behaving, you know, kind of took some time. So I would really love, you know, at some point or somehow or some platform to share with you guys my hair journey because it was really a journey. It was kind of sort of in a way a little spiritual. But yeah, so this is a wash and go. And I haven't done a wash and go in a while. But yeah, it's really simple. And so I might get back to doing it more often. Who knows? I love being natural because I could just be so versatile. So, hey, everybody, thanks for joining. Who we have in tonight? Okay, yes, Miss Mona Lisa. We have Miss Nikki B. 10. What's up? I love you guys. Hey, these awesome comments. Hey, Nikki. Yes, y'all talk amongst yourselves. We're gonna have a really good conversation tonight. Okay, so moving right along so we can have that conversation. Let's go to the Support 7 Bob pledge. Have you taken the pledge? I mean, it is 2022. Have you taken a pledge? I need people to send up some yeses or some 100s or something, guys, to let me know y'all taking a pledge. Those of you who still don't know, it is the pledge to support 7 Black-owned businesses a week. Really. Again. Okay, so what is support again? Remember, you can support with your time, which is the most valuable resource there is. Okay. And that's by sharing your information with people and sharing other people's information to people who are either needing those products or services or that you think could benefit from it. Sharing people's events, you know, that is sharing your time. Volunteering, that's sharing. Then there's the financial support that you can do, and we need both. Seriously, we need both. And that is your resources, purchasing products that you could benefit from, um, attending events, you know, all of that is the financial support. And you can do 7 a week. You really can. You actually can do a little more, but pledge to 7. Okay. It will make huge impacts in our community. And I'm telling you, you will get rewards that I can't even describe. I went into it last week. Check out the show last week, and you'll find out more why I absolutely believe you should take the pledge. Okay, next. Trying to make sure I stay in order. Okay, so Deals with Bob's deal of the day. So their deal of the day is the client relations training. The importance of client relations training, if you didn't know, will definitely help you retain your clients. You will have employee retention, reinforce company brand and values. It will generate referrals. You can address client issues quicklier. Ooh, y'all, that was a big slip up, right? Y'all know I like my diction. And then it will set you apart. Okay. Why? Because it just shows that you care about, you know, what you're doing and those kind of things. So yeah, you definitely will want to get that deal and get client relations training for you as a business owner, as well as for your team, because they represent you and your brand. Okay. Now, our featured business is going to be Miss Tax Divas. It is tax season, y'all. That is our featured business for this evening, and we have a video to show you. Okay, everybody. Did I give you time to find out what Miss Camille Franklin does? You know, it is tax season. I don't know how you feel about it. I only know how I feel. I am a big time procrastinator when it comes to taxes, and I have to do so much better. I know I'm a business owner, spank, spank, spank. I know I have to do better. I'm a work in progress, okay? But that's why I have these wonderful tax experts that are around me in my network that are getting me on track. Okay. And so you have to work with some amazing tax people, and we have some in our community. So yes, Miss Camilla Franklin has been doing amazing things in the community for some years now. She has been on this show before, so make sure you check out that previous episode. And of course, we're going to have her back because it's tax season, and we want to make sure y'all get every bit that's owed to you, right? It has to be something when people are, making way more than we do, and they tax amount is like nothing, so we got to get the hookup too. That's all I'm saying. Now, you can find her on our directory and consumer members. She will be offering some deals. So let's see where we're at. We're getting right into, yes, our featured listings and deals for consumer members. Okay, so to become a consumer member, it's going to be scrolling across the bottom, giving you time to get that information. Make sure you become one. Now, we have Deals with Bob LLC offering 15% off their premium services. Now, as you know, the deal of a day was coming for that client relations training. So consumer members, you get that extra 15% off of that premium service package. You will want to go ahead and sign up today. Then we have Affordable Veterinary Clinic. They're offering a February deal. So go ahead and mark your calendars, get yourself prepared. And this is open to everyone. This is the exception, right? She said this deal has to come to everybody, not just consumer members. It is a free well exam. Yes, your pet should get examinations, okay? Don't be a bad pet parent. So it's a free well exam for new clients with the purchase of vaccines coming from Affordable Veterinary Clinic. And then we have Today's Smile, where I'm always smiling because I use Today's Smile and they keep me looking my best, even when I'm a bad patient. Yeah, 2021, I kind of was a bad dental patient. Just wasn't feeling it, but they got me back on track, and now I can smile and I love it. So Today's Smile are going to be offering some discounts on whitening, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. Then we have Mona Lisa's Lyrics LLC offering 15% off membership fee to our consumer members. Then we have Women Helping Empower Winners. And if you missed her talk show yesterday, make sure you go over to Facebook and watch that replay. It was just amazing. And they're offering free registration and or consultation to our consumer members. Next, we have Phlebotomy Express Training Center offering 10% off to our consumer members. Why not go into the healthcare? If you don't like what you're doing, definitely, these last few years, let us know that there is a huge need for healthcare providers, people in that industry, people who want to be helping others and lend services. So go to Phlebotomy Express Training Centers. They have an amazing MA program as well as a phlebotomy program. And consumer members, you'll get an additional 10% off. Then we have Linked LLC offering 50% off plus one and free plus 3 to our consumer members. This is perfect time, especially with all of these things coming up. February, the month of love, couples can get linked. We had an amazing couples events about a year or so. Well, oh God, COVID. Not gonna say how long ago because I lost a year with all of that, but it was amazing. Okay, but you can get. I know there's Founders Days coming up. We've had sororities get linked, so just know if you're a consumer member, you get those extra deals. Then we have Tax Divas. They're offering 10% off or free registration or free consultation or free gift. Now, tax season, you saw that amazing video. Consumer members, go ahead, make your appointment and get those deals. Newly listed is Tranquility Christian Counseling, offering 10% off of their events. So that's not actually the counseling service, but they have phenomenal events. If you were part of the rejuvenation yoga experience. It was phenomenal. So yes, any of the upcoming events, consumer members, you'll get an extra 10% off. We have newly listed Bright Tech Communications. If you need any type of thing done, what do they do? Like installation of televisions and all of those kind of gaming systems and those kind of things, kind of like me and KB type of stuff. But if you don't want those wires and everything to look seamless, that is a service provided, as well as home security. And so I'm excited because my home is now secure. It's just like you can see everything just from my phone. It's like phenomenal. Oh my goodness. So, yes, we're working on a deal for you right now, consumer members. We have newly listed Peggy's Pounds for Pounds Great Cakes. That's why that's my because who doesn't want some great cakes, right? And they're offering consumer members 10% off. Now, I don't know on here, I haven't talked about my birthday too much, have I? But if you want to know or get a sample of Peggy's Pound for Pound Great Cakes, you know she's going to be doing your girl's birthday cake. I'm just saying. So that might be another incentive to come to the networking event and help me celebrate my 50th. Okay. To be stay connected. That's where we go. And I'm going to say quickly again, to become a consumer member, make sure you go to www.dealswithbob.com. Click on consumer sign up and you can join today. Emphasizing, if you are a business owner, businesses separate. You want to go under business sign up and come one of those annual members, like I just listed on previously a minute ago, and you will get your consumer member included with your business listing. So yes, business owners, do not click the consumer sign up. Got that? Okay, so we're going to stay connected. And who do we have coming up on our Stay Connected? I have it on here. Oh, I got to put on these glasses so I can see down here. Okay. said, if you want to keep something from a Black person, put it in the book. We're going to like just set that sucker on fire, right? That's exactly what we are going to do. Okay, y'all ready? We have tonight's guest. I'm excited. I am like beyond excited. Because she has over like 20 years of experience helping individuals, teams, and executives swiftly and strategically bring personal and professional goals uh, to fruition. Right. Some of the corporations she worked with have included AT&T, Dish Network, Butco, DirecTV, Comcast, Sprint, Blue Cross Blue Shield, da 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 da. And she serves as advisor on various sectors. Sits on boards of directors, an active member of Muskogee Creek Indian Freedom Band, and it goes on. Y'all know I don't go all into people's bios, and there's no disrespect, but this platform is specifically so you could connect to the person, to connect to the why. We already know once they get here, they're doing amazing stuff. So that's a given, y'all. So, yeah, without further ado, that's what I'm saying. Without further ado, we will be adding to our stream now. Well, hello. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I am awesome. I'm so awesome. Can you tell I'm excited for you to be on? How I just was like, is there you when you sent me the message about technical difficulty? I said, no, 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 because obviously we're going to have this amazing conversation, and the enemy is trying to keep it from happening. No, 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 no. We go work it out. So how are you?
I am well. I'm excited to be here. First of all, thank you so much. You're so kind for having me on your show tonight. I've been very excited. I was just like, wow, I get asked and invited to do many things, but I was very excited. And then before I even came on tonight, you showcased a very good friend of mine, which
Hmm,
is Tax Divas. We've known each other since high school, actually.
okay.
And so she happens to be, what many people don't know, she's my accountant and has been for many years.
Oh wow! Look
So
at this.
yeah, so she what's interesting is before she even got into the tax business, I was in the tax business and I was just like, "Oh no, I'm good. I can relinquish all of this to you," right? So I this has been it's been exciting. So thank you for having me tonight.
Oh, no, no, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just kind of going through a couple of the comments, but before we get too deep, let me know. I need to let you know I don't introduce. If you notice, I haven't shared your name. I allow this time because really get to know Bob. We abide by that title. We are having you here because we want people to get to know you. Okay, we're going to talk about some of the amazing work you do, but keep in mind some of the things I asked is going to be so they can connect to you,
Okay.
so they can build like that relationship. You know, one thing that you might say someone might connect to, and then they'll be like, wait a minute, I remember that, you know. So that's kind of what this is about. So I want you to now take the baton and self introduce yourself. Let people know who you are.
Well, my name is Nicole Beecher. I am the first of all, I'm a mom of twins. Before any of this, okay.
Love it.
And in 2021, I became a nana. So now I'm a nana too. But I am the founder of the Beecher Group and also the founder of Beecher Etiquette School of Michigan. And I have I don't really like to talk about everything that I've done because I'm just really not like that. But I do have, years of experience in the public and private sectors, as well as nonprofit sectors, working with organizations, helping to bring dreams to fruition or launch divisions and departments and build revenue and launch new businesses. The flip side to that, though, is I am I'm an avid believer in serving. So I have almost equal experience, if not more experience, serving throughout the community, in various capacities. So service is a part of who my family is and a part of who we are. And then,
Mhm.
in December 2018, I founded Beecher Etiquette School of Michigan. And although I'd been training in that space, one of my dreams and visions at about 16 years old was to open an etiquette school and
Okay.
provide um, a different type of etiquette training, right? And so
Mhm.
there's a lot to me, but what I can say is, service and helping the community and helping serve throughout the community is one of the major parts of who I am and what I do. I've been fortunate in being able to do that through my business, which is, the Beecher Group, as well as through, my etiquette school, and also partnering with other businesses and organizations or having contracts with some of the businesses and corporations. For example, I've managed or, worked on projects, or written for specifically national healthcare reform. I, have experience in the area of hospice because seniors are very, very special to me. So, I have, an extensive background and experience in that space. What many people don't know is, aside, from everything that I do in business, I'm actually a CNA, which a lot of people don't know that.
She said, a
Right? It's true.
CNA.
But my specialty is hospice and working with patients, in hospice and Parkinson's and wound care and different things like that. So, when I say there's a lot to me, there really
I
is.
know she got like hats.
Mm,
These hats are stacking up, and I have a big pin placed in the fact that you say a nana.
I'm a nana girl. I'm so excited, Lord.
Okay, so I'm like, wait a minute, because let me tell you, that picture that my admin put of you, have
Mhm.
you seen it on the flyer?
Yes.
That does not look like nobody nana. What are you talking about?
And truthfully, nobody believes it either.
Okay, I had to put a pin in it for that alone. But
Well,
the
thank you.
comments,
Thank you.
guys, oh my God, I love the engagement. I need to take a quick pause. People are just like, hey, Soar. People are like people are saying they're happy. My beautiful Soar. I see talking about Camilla. Um, I think that's what that was for. We have such a great company. Camilla says, Beecher is my girl. She
Yes.
said, woo, woo. Oh, of course, thanks for the shout out. Of course, Miss Camilla. Yes. I love y'all engagement. Okay, y'all have to keep it up because we got some questions coming up. But first and foremost, because you have like all these hats. So we're gonna have to have you come back because I can't focus on all the hats. I did too much work on one right now.
That's
So
okay.
when I finally got to your amazing like brief bio, even the brief bio had so much in it that I said, okay, we're gonna talk about the Beecher group on another show.
Okay.
Okay. And today we're gonna focus on the Beecher Etiquette School of Michigan.
Yes,
Okay, that's kind of gonna be our focus for tonight. So let us know just like how you got started. What motivated you to start, and what was it about that connection with who you are that led you to start? I know you mentioned like you were 6.
16. I was
Oh,
16.
16. I
Yeah.
thought it was like okay, 16.
But I had training. Actually, we learned etiquette at home, right? So my mom, had been a debutante, and my mom had taught she had actually taught etiquette skills and different things when she was younger. And so etiquette was always a part of, my upbringing in terms of, I remember walking up and down the stairs with books. Like, people don't always remember that, but I specifically remember that, right? And that book dropping and having to go all the way back down to the bottom of the stairs and walking back up with the books. But that was a part of, that was just a part of what happened at home. And so when I was 16, I was sitting in my Arabic class, and I tell the story because it's true. I was sitting in my Arabic class and I thought about something. I said, okay, so I've learned multiple languages and etiquette has been a part of my training. And there were some things that I had been exposed to that I noticed that some individuals had not. And so when I thought about my mother and my grandmother, who was also such the lady, I said, you know what? I'm going to open a school and it's going to be a little bit different, right, than your traditional etiquette school, right? And so over the years, I trained and I had been, well, a lot of people didn't know that I had been in pageants and I had done some print modeling and some things like that. And so my goal initially was to have opened my school prior to 2018, right? And so my granny at the time, she was 95. And I said, Granny, just give me a little bit more time so I can finish some other things and open the school. Well, my granny passed on. She was 95 and she lived a long life and she said she was ready. But when she passed that year, I just said, you know what? There's no better time. And by 12/1/2018, what, regardless to what's happening, I'm opening the school. So I established Beecher Etiquette School of Michigan December 1st, 2018.
Mm.
And what was really surprising, Sonia, is literally like my guest list was like 60 people. Almost
Mm.
400 people showed up at some point,
Wow.
like and walked through. I was just blown away. And people, individuals were like, we really need this. Like
Mhm.
we could see this from you.
Well, yeah, I mean, and I believe it was when I was on the show last week. I definitely know I've said that it does start at home because I was saying, yeah, it was last show because I said, who kind of, sort of, kind of really now appreciate the type of upbringing that they had and the lessons that they were taught and learned.
Mhm,
And I too came from a generation where it was important about how you carried yourself. It was important to know etiquette. It was important to be respectful. All of these things were taught. And it was that village mentality.
yes.
And it's been lost. So I actually said, it's okay that, it was a loss in a generation because it can be corrected because it's been identified that is not being taught. And so
Mhm,
we need you, Nicole, right?
mhm,
We need you. And we needed you. That's why there was so many people there because it had been lost and it was taught at one point. So I'm so glad that you saw the need and you listened to your granny. I definitely have my two old ladies, so I know the feeling of having some that matriarch that's still in your life for so long.
mhm.
So I'm glad you honored her that way. And you had that reception. That was amazing. That was
Thank you.
amazing.
Thank you.
Now, um, you mentioned being bilingual. So have you actually been engulfed in other cultures? Because that was one of the questions that came in when it came to etiquette. What about different cultures and, different practices across the globe when it comes to etiquette?
Yeah, I'll answer that question because a lot of people ask me that. So yeah, I'm married outside of my culture, right? And so I have been submerged in other cultures, and so at one point my second strongest language was Arabic, right? Because I was also a part of that community. And then there are some dialects that I learned in addition to French and Spanish, right? And
Mm.
so some African dialects and some other languages. And so a part of that is the fact that yes, I have been submerged or intertwined in other cultures. And what's really cool about that is the fact that this has been a part of my life for many, many years. So
Mhm.
one of the reasons that I've been able to build relationships and communicate and do business globally is because I've been a part of other cultures, thus learning other languages, right? And cultural etiquette. And so it's made things a lot easier for me, which is one of the things that I do share during etiquette training. Essentially, I specialize in teaching cultural etiquette, and there's a reason for that, right? So when individuals come and they learn, they're not just learning about etiquette or social graces. They're really learning how to interact and how to communicate among cultures.
Mm.
That's a huge, huge, huge part of why I do what I do.
Okay. That's awesome. Now, I'm gonna kind of do a little bit different because I had some questions come in. I do want to make sure that I at least say some of the things that I normally do. So one would be, what were some unique challenges you had to face? And then how do you stay encouraged to keep going?
So, unique challenges. What One of the unique challenges is the fact that people think I'm always encouraged. People, for some reason, because I have accomplished so many things, and in many people's eyes, I always keep it moving. I've had some of the same challenges. I've had to use personal funding. I've had to be creative with staying open, right? I have had to be creative with hiring individuals to work for the school. I've had to be creative with classes. Some of the and one of the other challenges has been in some environments, and this is just the truth, sometimes really helping individuals understand how important the training that we offer is,
Yeah,
because many
I
people don't
understand.
realize that etiquette and social graces training helps you to excel.
Yes.
And so they
Hmm.
look at that as, oh, that's extra. No, actually, it's not extra. It
Right.
really should be a part of everyday life for you. And
Hmm.
so in some areas, in some spaces, in some groups, it has been, well, that, we already know that. Well, no, I wouldn't be having this conversation if you did,
Right, right.
you
I,
know?
I understand. I actually say that about our client relations training program.
Yes.
Because people are like, "Oh, I know client relations or customer service." Well, if you did, it wouldn't be one of the high reasons why people don't support us. So
Yes.
I'm really, not quite understanding why people don't see the value in the self-improvement type of courses, because some things you do know, some things come naturally, but a lot of things were taught.
Hmm.
So for me, when I don't know if you made it into the studio when I was talking about, I kind of fumbled through something. I can't even remember what I said, but I was like, "Oh, that sounded awful,"
Yes.
because I was raised to be like, "Oh no, that's not a word. Oh no, you don't say that. Oh, you speak clearly,"
Yes.
And so all of that is part of who I am, and really, it's a totality of what you do as well when it comes to how you carry yourself. That all falls into a type of etiquette. So I'm awesome. Okay, so we have like etiquette, like trivia questions coming, or not trivia questions, just questions that came in advance. So those who are watching, this is where I need your engagement as well. I need you guys to be like, "Oh yeah, that's me," or "Yeah, I want to know the answer to that," or whatever the case may be. Okay, so Nicole,
Yes.
this falls under being too familiar. Okay, so being addressed by familiar terms like honey
Mhm.
or sweetheart, what can I say to people that won't make them feel bad?
Really, what you can do is redirect and say, my name is Nicole, and what can I answer for you? And it's
Okay,
not, because really you're not using another word. You're really just saying, my name is Nicole. You're more than welcome to use that. How can I help you? And that's the truth.
okay, so y'all redirect. Don't be like, that is not my name.
Mhm.
See, that's kind of attitude. So that's not etiquette, y'all.
Mhm.
So we want to be our best, right? Okay,
Mhm.
a question came in outside of these just in the chat, coming from Miss Mona Lisa. She said, "What culture was the hardest to adjust to?"
That's a great question. Um, I don't know that the culture was the hardest, but the hardest language is Arabic, if that answers the question. Um, I don't know. And what's really interesting is some of the African culture is very similar to the Arabic culture. So depending on the tribal affiliation or the ethnic group affiliation. So I'd have to say that in terms of language, I would say Arabic would have been, but I never really, and this may sound weird, but I never really had an adjustment issue because
Mhm.
when you submerge yourself in a culture, you understand it. And so that's a part of, right, cultural etiquette is understanding the culture you're in. So I
Mhm.
spent time understanding the culture first so that
Mhm.
the adjustment wouldn't be so difficult. Does that make I hope that makes sense.
Yes. Well, to me it does. I have not nearly gone to the extent you have or had the exposure you had, I should say. But I always say my high school was a culture awareness for me because it was many cultures that were present where I went, and I did a lot of observations.
Hmm.
And it came from a place of just an experience I had.
Hmm.
And you're right, you can see so many similarities kind of intertwined that gives you that common thread to kind of connect. And
Yes.
then you kind of start to learn some of the other things by surely being in it, like you said, immersing yourself in that culture. So
Yes.
that's
I,
exactly, get it. Camille said, oh, she said, I used to call people honey and sweetie in certain settings, and you don't realize sometimes it may also be offensive to some.
that's correct. Well, the other part is I've walked into places, and they've said, "Hey, sweetheart," and I'm like, "Hi, I'm Nicole. Nice to meet you," or "I'm Nicole Beecher. Nice to meet you." And then they'll politely say, "You know what? You're right. Hey, Nicole," and I'm like, "Thanks."
Okay. Oh, you okay? You know what, Mona? I kind of will say that too. So Mona had a good point. She said, I do too, Camilla, mainly because I'm horrible with names, LOL. And that's me.
Mhm.
I have been challenging myself to get better at it. I
Okay.
have improved, but I'm still not there. So I kind of sometimes use those fillers because I can't remember their name. So
Mhm.
my question is, I always feel like it's bad to ask, like I should have remembered. So what is the best way to re-ask someone their name?
You know what? This is a thing. Honesty is okay, right? So if you walk into a room and you see someone, and let's just say you've seen them before, it's okay to say, or I might say to you, we've met before. I'm not the greatest with names. What is your name again so that I can address you properly?
I like that. I like that. See, those little things that do matter. Those are those little things. Okay, so this is the thank you and text messaging
Okay.
question.
Okay.
Okay, when I give a child a gift and there is no acknowledgement from the parent or the child, I'm upset. So, what are my options?
So one of the things that you can do, because you're saying text messaging. So,
Well, that's the second part. So,
oh,
the
okay,
first is thank you and text message. So, the first, this is the thank you question, I guess.
gotcha. So, one of the things that you could do is you could reach out to the person and say, "Hi, Sonia. I'm just calling to see how your son or your daughter liked their gift. I really hope they liked it. I put some thought into that, and I just hope they're enjoying it." That's a very pleasant, and it's a very cordial, nice way to say, "Hey, you haven't acknowledged the fact that you even received the gift," right? And then 90, I would say most of the time, unless someone is just not a kind person, most of the time it just works. And they say, "You know what? They really did like that. Thank you." And then they will move forward, and sometimes they'll tell you, "You know what? We just got caught up, and I haven't had time to send you a thank you note. I apologize."
Because that was going to be my follow-up question. Do people, it seems like so much has changed. And
Mhm.
like even the traditions of the thank you card.
Mhm.
I mean, so the question I was thinking is like, so do some people really like believe, or they just don't know, or they don't send thank you cards anymore?
Some people don't send thank you cards, and to be honest, they are still up 100% in order. And in fact, what a lot of people don't realize is when you take the time to send an actual, letter, thank you card, or an email that says thank you versus two words, right?
Mhm.
People actually they make a note of that because
Okay.
everyone is so busy, right? Everything
Mhm.
is so fast paced. And so the fact that you took the time to do that, people, you actually get a few brownie points for that.
You
People
know,
will
cause
remember
I'm a card person. It's so funny. I have like a card box with cards. I'm a card person.
that. Mhm.
And my daughter was telling me people don't get cards anymore. We don't give cards anymore. And I said, that's crazy. I said, because a card sometimes can express what people can't put into words.
Yes.
And that they took the time to actually read through this. It's
Yes.
like I read it as if they're saying it to me.
It's
And so
personal.
it's very personal. And I'm like, why would you give a card? So, okay. That was kind of thank you. I mean, it's something I want to get to. So, okay. So,
That's
text
something that we
messaging.
also teach. Just, that's something else that we teach in etiquette class. We
What is
teach that.
that?
I said that's also something else that we teach. We teach about sending thank you cards
Okay.
and in some instances just having them prepared for your guests when they come to your parties. People
Mm,
don't have to show up for you. They just
right.
don't. So,
Right.
thank you for making that point.
Yes. I'm glad to know that then. That's still because I thought it was. Okay. So, have times changed to accept invitations via text messages? And if a gift is given at a birthday, bridal shower, baby shower, etc., is a text message thank you acceptable? So that was like a two-part question. Can you
So,
send out invitations via text message and can you send out thank yous via text message?
you can send out invitations via text message. You just want to make sure that the verbiage or the wording, is polite, that is welcoming. The other part is yes, you can send out thank yous electronically because during today's time, right, things are a bit different, and so
Mhm.
people are using electronic communication to communicate several things. One of the things that we teach is, we have a communication etiquette portion in some of our training, and so we talk about what you should and should not say via invite as well as via thank you. There's a way to do everything.
Awesome. Awesome. I know we're getting close to time, so I want to do this one. Okay, splitting the check. I don't drink and I'm tired of paying for my friends' cocktails.
Mhm.
When we split the check equally, I'm left having to chip in more than my share. I don't want to offend anyone or appear cheap, but I don't want to pay for their drinks. How do I do that?
So this is one of the things that I recommend. I would recommend having a conversation with the server prior to ordering. That way, you can identify that you want a separate bill, and that can be done discreetly. That's one of the options. The other option is to talk with your friend about that and to be honest with them and say, I don't have a problem, supporting or even treating sometimes maybe, but you know that I don't drink. And I always end up, I have been offended because it seems that I'm always, tipping or paying for something that I don't participate in. It's
Mm,
it's okay to have that conversation, and you can ask a person, moving forward, what I'd prefer to do is just request that I receive a separate check. You can say that to them up front, or you can literally just talk to the server prior to placing the order.
awesome. Awesome. Now, there was one that I'm going to, it's like these were good ones. Okay. So if it's been a long time since connecting with a friend and I say we should get together and do lunch, etc., do I have to pay?
If you're inviting, you're expected to pay. And
Okay.
that's traditionally what happens. Now, if both of you agree on that, then that's a different story. But the person inviting is traditionally the person who pays.
Okay. Then this is the last one I'm going to do regifting. So over the years, I've been given a lot of useful stuff. They talk about what they've been given, but can I regift?
Well, this is the real question is who would know that other than you? Who would know? So if you have some items.
Unless you give it back to the person who gave
Exactly.
it to
I mean, because truthfully, if you know, and I know this isn't this what I'm saying is a traditional etiquette, right? But let's
you.
just be honest, times are different, right? And people do receive a lot of things. We know that we order a lot through Amazon and
Right.
Amazon Prime and things like that. And so the question really becomes, are you regifting it to the person that gave it to you? Is it a gift that you just don't want and you didn't like? I think that those are the things that you should really think about. Or if let's
Mhm.
just say that you received a gift card and your niece loves that particular store, who would
Yes,
know that you just gifted your niece a gift card to the store? The only
exactly.
concern is this: if the individual does ask you, "How did you enjoy the gift card?" Right? So the question would be, "What do you say?"
Well, according to Miss Nicole, because I was going to make a comment, she said several times about being honest. She
Mhm.
said several times about how you can directly approach an individual. So I'm going to say that her response, that my response to the question she just asked, with that you will be honest. You know, you may just be like, yeah, I either don't, whatever that particular story is. Maybe I really couldn't find anything that I felt suited my needs and my such and such. I thought she would like it or whatever. That's still being honest, right? Is that the right answer?
So that's being honest, but let's just say that you did that. You know, one of the things that I would say if I had done that would be, you know what, my niece absolutely loves that store. And you know, Sonia, you gave me a gift card, and while I could have purchased something for myself, honestly, because my niece loves that store so much, I decided to gift that to her. That's
You could tell
something.
she's the pro, see, because I kind of stumbled along around. That's why I don't talk to people because I tell way too much, do it all. But see, she told us exactly how to say it. That's why she's the teacher. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so Nicole, I told you you have to come back. We didn't. We only like chipped a tip of getting to know who you are and the fabulous woman behind the amazing work you do. So I look forward to having you back on soon. We'll see what openings we have in second quarter. But you have to tell me what book you've recently read or that's on your nightstand or that you would highly recommend reading.
Oh my goodness. Um, You know what? I have to think. Oh my God, I feel really bad about that. Well, it's a book about wolves. It's a book about wolves, to be honest.
Okay.
Um, and I can't even think of the right now. You have this. I'm on
I
the
have you
spot.
on the spot.
Yeah, it is, and it's a book about well. Let me just say this. So, a couple. I'm reading a couple books, right? Because I'm writing some. I'm doing some things. I'm writing some things, and so. Um, the last book that I really read is my own, which I was preparing to release in 2021, but I'm releasing it with a conference this year, my Etiquette Life Skill and Lifestyle Conference this year in Arkansas. And
Oh, wow.
it's called Tame. My four step strategy for managing, storms and challenges in your life. So
Make sure that you keep me connected so that I can make sure our network stays connected.
yes, absolutely. But that's what I've really been focused on. There are a couple of different edits that I'm adding. So I've
Mm,
really been engulfed in kind of making those additions so that, it's completely pristine when it releases. So
I love it. I love it. And how can people connect to you?
you can connect with me on Facebook at Nicole Beecher International. You can also connect with me on Instagram at Nicole Beecher International. We have an Instagram, and please follow us at Beecher Etiquette School of Michigan, Beecher Etiquette School of MI. You can contact the school, Beecher Etiquette School of Michigan, at 248-671-3022. And then you can contact me directly. Text always works. at 248-277-6011. I definitely look forward to seeing you. We do have lots of individuals who are signing up for group etiquette and social graces courses. And so our school serves ages 5 years through adult. And I would highly recommend that if you don't want to take the class individually, get a group of your girlfriends, get a group of, it could be spouses, but come and get the training that's available. I guarantee you that it will help change your life.
Awesome, awesome. And guys, you know that we're going to get Miss Nicole listed. We have to have a deal for those amazing consumer members now, don't we? And we want to make sure that she stays connected on all our platforms. So we're going to make sure we get her upcoming events on our Stay Connected page. So this is going to be an amazing 2022 of collaboration, of taking you guys to the next level. Remember, so part of that is your etiquette. So we're so excited that we're going to be working with Miss Nicole Beecher and the Beecher Etiquette School of Michigan, and possibly even the Beecher Group. So we just have so much to talk about, and I am just so honored that you came on this evening, Nicole. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's an honor to be here. And by the way, I love your hair. It's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Well, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you guys for this amazing show. The engagement was also, oh, wow, thank you. We're having another great episode. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Camilla. Oh, thank you, Mom. Oh, I just thank you guys for joining. And always, I am Sonia Weaver, and I encourage you to spend with purpose because your dollar matters, and deal with Bob. Have an amazing night.